any other sign. It changes not. The mohar is the cost of always the cost of the bridegroom. Remember that this salvation is free to us, but it's not cheap. It's costly. It's a great price. For him to do what he did, to suffer judgment because of one thing, so you wouldn't have to because how much he loved you. A great price was paid and a costly love was given. The cost of God's own life. That's how much it costs. How much did it cost to redeem you? God's life. Wow. And how should you live? How should we live it? We should also live a costly life. Not because it costs us, but because the price has been paid. We've got the cost in our life. We've got, the word precious comes from price. So here it is, because the price is paid, we can live a life that is precious to God. So what does it mean? He has given such a price, so it means when he asked you to give up that sin, so what? That's nothing compared to what he gave you. You should do it joyfully. What big deal? What a deal you've got. God gave us the greatest price. He asked us to give up these little things. How much? In view of the mohar, whatever he asks you to give up is a breeze. Do it. Live your life as a costly life, willing to pay any price as a joy for the infinite price that was paid for you in his love. It is telling you something. We receive in the bridegroom, not only this mohar is not silver, it's God himself. It's his essence in our life. We actually have him in our life. It's our treasure. He belongs to you. The one thing you have in this world and in the world to come is him. Everything else will come and go. But the one thing you have is him, because he gave himself. The bride, and by the same token, the bride belongs to the bridegroom. She's been purchased. You belong to him. You're not your own, but he's not his own, he's yours. That's a much better deal. It's a good trade for us. In Hebrew, when you say you have something, you can't really say that in Hebrew. The way you say it is li, or yesh li, or shel li. It means to say that I don't really have a car, I don't really have a house. The house is to me. It's all to me. I don't have it, but it's to me. That's how you say I have it. So in order to say God, I have God, you say God is to me. In other words, God gave himself to you. God gave, that's why you could say he's mine. Therefore, in the same way, if you say I belong to God, it means you don't just belong to him, you give yourself to him every day. You give yourself, you give whatever you have, Lord, it's to you. That's why. It means it's great to say that I am God's. God has me. Because not only does he have me, but it's saying that I belong to him. Therefore, my life is precious because I'm the possession of God. If I'm myself, my own possession, it's worth nothing. It means my life is not worthless. My life is priceless in God. Not because of how great I am or how great you are, but because how great the price was to pay for us. That made us precious. You are bought with a price. That you can say that the bride can say, Dodi li, I am, my beloved is mine, va'ani lo, and I am his. It starts by her saying, he's mine, therefore I am his. Because he gave himself to me totally, how can I do any less for him? It's a precious life. So live a precious life. That means don't give yourself to anything cheap. Don't give yourself to that sin anymore because you're cheapening yourself. Don't give, because then you're owned by the sin. Don't give yourself to anything dark. Don't even give yourself to fear. That's dark. You only are owned by him. Nothing else has the right. So Messiah said, Paul said, sin shall not be master over you. Because you belong to God. Therefore you are free. You are not bound. Once that mohar is given, the mohar is given and received, that bride is not bound anymore to that house. So therefore, once the mohar has been given, and if you've received it, and in as much as you've received it, you can say, I am no longer bound to that thing anymore. I am not bound to my old life. I am not bound to anything in my old life. You may have been an alcoholic. You may have been a drug addict. You may have been promiscuous. You may have been a manipulator, a schemer, and a bitter person, a selfish person. It all means nothing anymore. The mohar has been given. You are cut free from that. You are not that anymore by the blood of Messiah. You are no longer, because more powerful, far more powerful, is the blood of Messiah, the love of God.